cut that off.
A makerspace, when I describe it to other teachers, is very simply a place where you make stuff. Yeah, that's the be-all and end-all, but there's a lot more involved, obviously. Instead of just screwing it straight in, how did we make the other stuff stronger?
Oh, we do Craig tools.
Craig tool, thank you. It is a club, but the club is not exactly just robotics. We try to incorporate as many things as possible, whether it be 3D printing, 3D design, woodworking. It is a place for anyone really to come and design, build, prototype, explore, find your creativity. 75's 2x4x75, you need at least 14.
We need 14.
You have to teach design. You have to teach CAD and teach them how to build things in a computer, you know, so that's one thing. And then there's all the other things that we've kind of lost over the years, like basically industrial arts. But very early on in the year, I introduced them to designing in 3D on Google SketchUp. They designed some of the furniture around the room in there, and then we got donations to get the wood to build it. And they also designed the pool for underwater robotics. The problem is, putting a kiddie pool outside in the middle of winter is probably not gonna last that long. But we need to test the stuff, so we came up with the idea of building our own base for the pool right here in the classroom.
It's not gonna work, but it's okay.
Me and my team, we got together, we're like, okay, how are we gonna make a pool fit inside a box, basically?
Oh yeah, because you're right.
They're gonna build what is essentially a deck in the middle of the classroom to hold a 6.5-foot kiddie pool that we're gonna put a bunch of Lego robots flying through at hopefully fast speeds. We'll see how they do. You wanna do that in here?
Yeah. Okay, slide down.
So we had to imagine the box, and just weeks later we saw it, because we did it.
It's a place where is more things I like to do. So I like to tinker with things. I like to take things apart and put them back together. I like to work together on a team to problem solve. Everything connects with everything, and it's just a life-changing experience for me, because before I didn't have this. Now that I have it, I don't want to let it go. Okay, so basically what we have here is our tool wall. Well, it's still in the making. Basically, we have a lot of tools and not a lot of space to put them. Makerspace gives me a place where I can learn how to be more organized, learn how to be more balanced, and learn how to be more creative in my own ways.
These shelves are the ones that we built with donated wood.
I think the most valuable part of the makerspace is definitely learning to be more creative. Like before, I wasn't a very creative person. And now, every time I have a problem, even in classes that don't relate to this, I see all the angles, and I'm able to differentiate between the ones that are gonna work and the ones that are not.
Fix this first and then we'll work up to a full kit, all right? I don't consider myself the boss around here, that's the thing. I try to make it as free of an environment as possible. I don't like to limit them. I don't bring them in and say, this is your assignment for the day, go do it. They're always asking me for an example, and I never give them. I really don't. I want them to come up with their own ideas, because if it's not great, we'll fix it. If it's not what we were looking for, maybe we can use it for something else. There's no wrong answer, really. There's just different ways to come up with a solution.
This piece technically is pointing left, right, and the other one is pointing opposite. One would be, let's say, vertical, horizontal. I need the opposite, where they're like side by side. And the way that Borgoff puts it, it's like, it's not just there. You have to look for it. You have to try it. You have to see if it works. Get comfortable with it, kind of. It's like a way to learn yourself, kind of. Not like teachers always teaching. Sometimes you can just learn by yourself, or even your classmates, your partners, they teach you too.
Right, putting it in straight.
Mr. Borgoff, as a person, he's one of my favorite teachers and favorite people in life. I know I can count on Mr. Borgoff for anything if I ever needed it.
My favorite thing about Makerspace is that the students created it, and that it's a student-driven space for them. And they manage it with a teacher as an advisor, but primarily it's their space.
When I stand up on a chair and look down at a group of 20 kids not talking to me, ignoring me because they're busy and they're speaking to each other like colleagues, not like students, like experts and teachers themselves. I've had my students teach each other more than I've taught them, and it's been amazing. I don't want to give them an education. I want them to find their own. And when they actually do, it's glorious.
Do you have any more right answers? All right.